All right. So we'll go ahead and start seated today. So just comfortable seated position, legs crossed, legs out, feet up, whatever's comfortable. Let your hands wherever's comfortable. Rest on the knees, down by your sides, in your lap. Whatever works for you today. And go ahead and close your eyes. And we'll start to focus on our breath. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Starting to let the day slip away. So we can just focus on right now, being here on our mat and the practice we're about to do. Feeling the breath move through the body. Filling the lungs as we inhale. Exiting the lungs as we exhale. Breathing as comfortably as you can right now. Deep inhales, short inhales, whatever works for your body today. Take just a few minutes here to feel the breath, recognize it throughout the body. Try and let the shoulders relax down, let the arms relax, the hands. And feel the breath. Spending just a few more minutes here. And take one more deep inhale. And exhale it all out. We'll start to add some movement with the breath. So we have the option to keep the eyes closed here. Or if we want, we can open them or have them slightly half gazed, whatever is comfortable. We'll let the arms come down to the side. And as we inhale, we'll bring the hands up, arms up overhead. As we exhale, turn the palms out, dropping the arms back down by the side. Inhaling those arms up. Exhaling down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhaling up. Exhale down. And we'll inhale the arms up. This time we'll exhale just the left arm down, dropping it to the floor, just rotating over that left arm. We can either keep the chest forward, or if we want, we can slightly start to open it towards the ceiling. Whatever's comfortable. The gaze can be up, can be down, or straight ahead, whatever's comfortable for you. Or continue to keep having those eyes closed. And breathe into this right side body stretch. Taking just a few breaths here. And the next inhale, we'll bring our arms back up overhead. And exhale the right arm down and rotate over that right side. Again, we can continue to keep the eyes closed here. Or if we want, we can open the chest up, bringing that gaze towards the ceiling. Whatever's comfortable. And taking those few deep breaths here. And we'll take one more deep breath. And exhale it out. And as we inhale, we'll bring that right arm back up. As we exhale, we'll bring the arms down, around, interlacing the fingers behind the back. And just slowly start to roll those shoulders back, opening that chest up. If we want, we can bring the gaze up towards the sky or keep the eyes closed. Just a slight little bend here. Taking a deep breath. And exhale it out. Go ahead and release the hands, bringing the shoulders back forward. And if we have the feet crossed, like crisscross applesauce, go ahead and release them a little bit so we have one foot kind of slightly ahead so the foot's not under the knees on either side, so you have a little bit of room. And we'll inhale the arms up again. And this time just exhale, slightly leaning over those front legs. Let the arms come down. We're just going a little bit into this front forward fold here, so we don't need to get really deep into the stretch, just warming up right now. Just breathing into those hips, breathing into that stretch. Trying to keep that long back, so we don't want to round ourselves forward. Take a couple more breaths here. And on the next inhale, we'll just start to walk the hands back, bringing ourselves up, and we'll switch the legs. So if we have the left leg in front, we'll switch it with the right, or vice versa, whatever is comfortable. And go ahead and get those legs all adjusted, and we'll inhale those arms up. And as we exhale, we'll just do that slight fold over the front legs. Again, we don't want to be too deep in this, just warming up those hips. Trying to keep that long back here. Taking a few deep breaths. Take one more breath in this fold. And on that next inhale, go ahead and walk those hands back, bringing ourselves up. We'll take the hands, place them under the knees. Just give those legs a little assist, bringing them up. We'll take the right leg, sticking it straight out in front. Take that left leg, cross it over. So the foot's right on the outside of that knee. Sitting up nice and tall. We'll inhale here. And as we exhale, we'll start to twist towards that bent knee. Again, we don't want to go too deep here, still just warming up. So wherever is comfortable, whenever you start to feel that little twist in the back, let the gaze go where it's comfortable. So if we're in a deep twist because we're warm, we can bring the gaze over the back shoulder, or just at the side wall or counter, whatever's right over to the side of us. And take a few breaths here. And the next time you inhale, we'll bring ourselves back forward. We'll untwist that left leg, sticking that left leg straight out, bringing the right leg up, crossing over that left leg, sitting up nice and tall, taking an inhale here, and exhale, twisting into that right side again. Not super deep here unless we already feel like we're warmed up. So wherever you start to feel the twist in the back, go ahead and just stop there. So the gaze can again be just at the side, or if we're warm, going all the way towards the back. And breathing into that twist. And the next inhale, we'll bring ourselves back forward. We'll unwind those legs. Go ahead and stick that right leg out. Just place the hands by the side. Just kind of wiggle the legs back and forth, side to side. Give them a little shake. And when you feel ready, we'll come up onto our hands and our knees. So the wrists are going to be right under the shoulders. Knees are going to be right under those hips. Feet flat on the floor. As we inhale, we're going to drop the belly down, bring the gaze up towards the ceiling. As we exhale, we're going to roll the spine, bringing the chin in towards the chest. Inhaling, dropping that belly down, bringing the gaze up. Exhale, rolling that back up, chin to chest. Inhale, drop the belly down. Exhale, rolling that chest up. Inhale, drop the belly down, gaze up. Exhale, roll that spine. And inhaling up. And exhale, roll the spine. And this inhale, we'll just go ahead and come to a neutral spine. We'll place the big toes together and drop the hips down onto the feet, placing the forehead onto the mat. The hands can either be straight out ahead, or if that's not comfortable on the shoulders, we can bring the arms down by the legs. Wherever you're at today, taking just a few breaths here. Feeling that we're warmed up just a little bit on the body. Taking a couple more breaths here. We'll take one more deep inhale. And exhale it all out. And on the next inhale, we'll go ahead and bring ourselves back up to those hands and those knees. Tuck those toes and push the hips up towards the ceiling. Straightening those legs if we can. If not, we can have a slight bend in the knees. You can have the feet as wide as the mat. Whatever is comfortable. Take just a few minutes here to feel your down dog. Trying to put the weight of the hands not directly into the wrist, but trying to evenly disperse it throughout the fingers and the palm. Middle fingers are facing directly forward. Trying to not rotate those arms in any way. And just taking a few breaths here. And the next time we inhale, we're going to actually walk the hands back towards the feet. We can put a little bend in those knees as we do this. We'll take the hands, place them on the thighs, and roll ourselves up as slow as we can, stacking the vertebrae on top of each other. Very last thing coming up is the head, rolling those shoulders back and down. Close those eyes for just 1 second. Taking a breath here. And as we inhale, we'll bring those arms up. Exhale, we'll swan dive ourselves forward. Inhale, half lifting. So the hands slide right under those knees. Exhale down. As we inhale, we're going to walk the hands out to our plank position. So we can drop down to the knees once we're there, or stay up in our plank. As we exhale, we're going to lower down. Inhale, just lifting that chest up. Exhaling down. And inhale, we'll push back into a down dog so we can pass through all fours here. Adjusting if we need to. Taking a breath. And as we inhale, we're going to take the hands, walking them back towards the feet. Again, putting a bend in the knees if we need to. Folding down. And as we inhale, we're going to come all the way up. Bring those arms with us. Exhaling down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale down. Inhale, walk those hands out to that plank. We can drop onto the knees. Exhaling all the way down. Inhale, half lifting that chest up. Exhaling down. Inhale, back into that down dog so you can pass through all fours here. Adjust the feet. Taking a breath here. And that next inhale, we'll walk the hands back to the feet, bend the knees if we need to. Folding over those legs. And inhale all the way up. Exhale, arms down. We'll do that one more time. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale down. Inhale, walking those hands out to that plank, and we can drop onto the knees. Exhaling all the way down. Inhale, just lifting that chest. Exhale down. Inhale, back to down dog. And we'll hold this down dog for just a little bit longer, taking a couple extra breaths here. Trying to slow ourselves back down, maybe catching the breath if we've lost it at all. On our next inhale, we'll lift our right leg up. Put a bend in the knee. As we exhale, we'll bend that left knee. Sweep that right leg forward if we can, dropping it down between the hands. And dropping down onto that back knee, untucking the toes. We'll take the hands, place them on the thigh, give ourselves a little assist up. Adjust if we need to so our knee is not going too far over those toes. We're going to be sinking into this left hip, so we should feel a nice stretch in that left hip area. So we can keep the hands here. Actually, let's go ahead and do that. Let's keep our hands just on the knee here. So you can just kind of stack the palms, and we'll slowly start to add a little bit of a back bend. So as we do that, we'll engage the core and just slowly start to straighten the arms, kind of pushing a little bit back and bringing the gaze up towards the ceiling. If the back bend is not there today, we can just keep ourselves straight up. Just taking a few breaths here. Remember to engage that core. Takes a little bit of the strain off the back. Taking one more breath here. And then as we exhale, we'll bring ourselves back up and forward. We'll inhale those arms up. And as we exhale, fold over that front leg, placing the hands on the floor. We'll tuck that back toe, if we can, and lift up. So we're in a high lunge here. We'll just kind of bounce that back foot forward a little bit, rotating so that heel's now down on the floor with those toes pointing off to an angle, bending in that front knee. We can either take the hands, placing them on the thigh, and give ourselves a push up. Or if it's available to us, we can just come straight up with the arms from our lunge position. We need to adjust a little bit in our warrior one. So our hips should be parallel with each other, facing forward in our warrior one position. Knee should not be over the toes, should be over that ankle. And we'll bring the arms up. Sealing down those heels, sealing down those feet. Breathe. We'll just keep ourselves straight up and down in our warrior one. Since we already did our back bend earlier, we'll just keep ourselves up and down here. Taking a couple breaths. And as we inhale, we'll straighten that front leg. As we exhale, we'll start to fold over that straight front leg. Always have the option to put a bend back into that knee. We'll bring the hands down by the foot if it's available. If we're a little higher, we can come up onto that shin. If we have blocks available, we can hold the blocks next to the foot. If you want to add a balance challenge to this pose, we can take the hands, place them palms together, and those middle fingers can point straight down on that foot. The option is up to you, keeping the hands here or wherever they are, or adding the balance in. Trying to keep that back nice and long so we're not folding ourselves forward. Taking a few breaths here. If we are doing the balance and it never gets to be too much, we can release the hands and come down. If at any point we need to come out of the pose, we can just put a bend in that front knee and come out. Taking a few breaths here to let that hamstring loosen up, that calf loosen up. Sometimes it takes a little bit for these muscles to loosen. They get pretty tight throughout the day. And if you haven't already, go ahead and just let the head hang. You need to swivel it around in a circle. And then just let it hang. Taking a few more breaths here. Take one more deep breath. Exhale it out. And go ahead and put a bend in that front leg. Rotating up on those back toes. Hands down on the mat if you can. And we'll push that right leg back and come into a down dog. Take a second here just to maybe notice a difference between the legs. Maybe that right leg a little bit looser than that left leg. In just a moment, we'll try to even that up. Feel free at any time in our down dog if you want to pedal those feet. If you want to shake the legs out, feel free, whatever is comfortable to you. Take just a couple breaths here. Again, this is our time to try to catch our breath if we've lost it at all. Try to recenter ourselves by being on all four corners of the hands and feet. And take one more breath. And on the next inhale, we'll go ahead and lift that left leg up. Putting a bend in that knee. Putting that bend in the right knee. And if we can, sweep that left leg forward in between the hands. Dropping down onto that right knee, untucking the toes. We'll take the hands, place them on the thigh. Lifting ourselves up. We need to adjust it all. Feel free. When we feel ready, we'll take the hands, stacking those palms. And as we exhale, we'll start to push the arms, straightening those elbows, bringing the gaze up towards the ceiling, engaging those abs, engaging that core to take that strain off the back. We can always stay straight up and down if the back bend gets to be too much. Breathing into that hip, breathing into that back. And take just a couple more breaths here. And that next inhale, we'll go ahead and bring ourselves back up and forward. As we inhale, we bring the arms up. And exhale, folding over that front leg, placing the hands on the mat. We'll tuck that back toe up, pushing the weight into the toes, lifting that knee up. Adjusting that back foot forward, dropping down onto the heel. So now that right foot is at an angle. Again, we can place the hands on the thigh to help us up. Or if it's available, we can just inhale, rising ourselves up, bringing the arms up. We need to at the top, we can adjust those feet, making sure those hips are nice and parallel, facing forward. Sealing that back heel down, those back toes down. Breathing into that stretch, breathing into those legs. Taking a few breaths here. Our strong warrior one position. Again, we're not having a back bend in this back or in this position. But if we feel like we need to, we can always add it. Taking one more breath. And exhale it out. This time as we inhale, we'll straighten that front leg. As we exhale, fold over that front leg, trying to keep that nice long back. Letting the hands come to the mat, come onto the shin, or if we have the blocks, we can place them on the blocks.
Again, if we want to add the balance, we can take the palms, place them together, pointing them right at that left foot right in front of us. At any time, we can take the balance out, putting a bend in that front knee if we need to. Remember, this is your practice. You know where your body's at today. You may have one side of the body that's a little bit tighter than the other, and that's normal. Just like with our balance, one side might be easier to balance on than the other. Normally, that's our dominant side, so if you're right-handed, usually your left side's a little bit tighter, a little bit harder to balance on. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and let the head hang. Again, we'll do some head circles, shaking it yes, no, whatever's comfortable, and then just let it hang. Breathing into that leg, breathing into the back of it. Taking one more deep breath here. And we'll go ahead and put a bend in that front leg. We'll take the hands, place them on the thigh. We're going to bring ourselves back up. So we can, let's see, I need to rotate around for you guys. But what we're going to do is we're going to take that front foot, we're going to rotate it, rotate the back foot. So we're parallel with our mat with a nice wide stance. So if we have to adjust the feet a little bit, when we feel like we have a good stance, we're going to take our toes and just angle them so we're pointing at the corner of our mats. And then when we feel ready, we're going to take the hands, place them right in front of the heart. We're going to inhale here. And as we exhale, we're going to put a bend in the knees and just start to bring ourselves in a squat. This is our goddess squat here. So the knees shouldn't be going over the toes at all. We want them in line with those ankles. We can be up higher in our squat, down lower. Again, this is your practice. We want to close the eyes, that might help. Maybe closing the eyes is a little bit harder on the balance. You want to challenge yourself today. We'll take a couple more breaths here. Feel free to move in and out as however is comfortable. Taking one more deep breath. And exhale it out. And as we inhale, we'll bring those knees straight. We'll release the hands, bring them onto the hips. We'll rotate those feet now. So now they're back parallel with the mat. If we need to adjust it all, we can. We'll take our inhale here. And as we exhale, start to fold ourselves straight down between those legs, releasing the hands down to let them fall. We need to adjust the feet a little bit as we're in the fold, we can. Letting that head hang. Letting the hands just rest wherever they are. If we want, we can bring them out towards the ankles. Press them on the lower back. Or just letting them drop on the floor. If they're on the floor and we want to add a little bit, we can walk them back. So our toe tips are in line with our fingertips. The elbows are pointing backwards. And then we let the head hang. Taking a few breaths here. One more deep inhale and exhale. And if the hands are on the floor and we've walked them back, we'll bring them forward straight under our heads, under the eyes. We're gonna go into a little bit of a twist here. So we have a couple options. So we can take the right hand, place it directly in front of the face, and just start to twist the left arm up. If it gets to be too much with the arm, we can always drape it over the lower back. So that's our option one. Our option two is we can start to walk the hands to that left foot, taking the right hand, grabbing that left ankle, and then twisting up. Or option, well, I guess that would be option three, but option two would probably be somewhere in between. So we're not quite at the ankle, but a little bit farther, and we can just place the hand wherever is comfortable. So twisting into that. Again, we can always drop that arm onto the lower back. The gaze can go up towards the hand if that's too much on the neck. Just find a comfortable spot for your neck. Take a few breaths in this twist here. And as we exhale, we'll bring the arm down. Walking the hands back in front of the face. Go ahead and kind of wiggle those toes a little bit. And we'll just kind of let ourselves relax just a second before we go into that left or right side. Taking a breath here. All right, when we feel ready, we're going to take that left hand, placing it directly in front of the face. Again, option one, we can keep that hand here and just rotate that arm up. Or we can walk the hand till we start to feel that tightness in the leg or tightness in the back or anywhere in the body. Just place the hand there and rotate up. Or we can walk that left hand all the way to that right leg, that ankle, taking a hold of the ankle, and then rotating the arm up. Always having the option to drop that arm onto the lower back. Again, the gaze can be up towards the hand or wherever's comfortable on the neck. Taking a few breaths here. One more breath. And as we exhale, bring ourselves down, walking those hands back to the center. If we can start to just slowly walk the feet, just kind of rotating the toes to the heels, back to the center. So we're coming into our forward fold here. So we can put a bend in the knees if we want. Feet can be about hip distance apart. Just kind of folding over those legs here for just a second. Let's actually take the hands, place them on the elbows. Just let the head hang. And just kind of swivel side to side. And then go ahead and come into stillness. Let the hands come down to the floor. And we'll go ahead and walk the feet, toe heel them out a little bit again so they're just slightly wider than the hips. And we're going to start to put a bend in the knees and just slowly start to squat ourselves down. And the toes are probably, or the heels are probably going to come up, and that's okay. Try to keep the knees
straight ahead. So we don't want to splay them out. So we want to try to keep them straight ahead. We can keep the hands here on the floor. So we have a little bit of a balance here. So again, with our balances, we always want to find that spot that's directly coming in front of us, not moving. So when we feel like we have some balance, we slowly start to lift the hands up, kind of bringing the chest up, bringing the hands together, and directly in front of the heart. Taking just a few seconds here with that balance. This takes a little bit of strain off of our lower back. We're just kind of releasing that a little bit. If at any point you need to put the hands down on the floor, feel free to do so. We'll take one more breath here. And exhale it out. And we'll take the hands slowly, place them down on the floor. And we'll just start to bring ourselves onto our bottoms for a seat on the mat, taking those feet, stretching them out, stretching those legs out, rocking them side to side, as fast, as slow as we need to, wiggling the toes, wiggling the legs. And we'll go ahead and place the feet on the wide edges of our mat just for a second. Hands behind, and just rock those legs side to side. Kind of release those hips a little bit, release any flow that might be stuck somewhere. Maybe those feet have been tingling a little bit. Hopefully this helps relieve a little bit of that. Go as fast, as slow, as is comfortable. And then we'll go ahead and place the feet, legs directly straight out in front of us. Go ahead and rock side to side so we're up on those sit bones. And we'll inhale our arms up. And as we exhale, we'll fold over those legs, letting the arms fall wherever is comfortable. So once you feel that tension in the back and the legs, just let the arms come down. You can always have those knees bent slightly. You want to make sure to keep that nice long back so we're not rounding the back forward. Taking a few breaths here. Starting to release any tension that's in the legs. Feeling the breath, let it melt away. We'll take one more deep inhale. And exhale it out. We'll take the hands, place them on the floor, slowly start to walk ourselves back. And we'll take the feet, placing them soles together, bringing those feet in towards the hips. Kind of rocking so we're up on those sit bones. We can take the hands, place them on the feet, or wherever's comfortable. If we want to bring the arms up and then fold forward, we can do it that way, or just coming straight down. Whatever is easier to keep that nice long back, getting that stretch in those inner thighs, inner hips, and also in our lower back. Breathing into the stretch. Again, starting to feel the tension leave the muscles. With each breath you take, that exhale lets that tension go.
Taking a few more breaths here. And we'll take the hands, placing them on the floor, giving ourselves just a little push up. We'll take those hands, place them behind the knees, help those legs out a little bit. And then we'll straighten them out. So we're at a wide fold here. So the legs can either come out wide from the hips or just as wide as is comfortable to you. Make sure we're up on those sit bones. And as we inhale, we'll bring those arms up. And exhale, fold forward. Again, keeping that long back. So trying not to round ourselves forward. Always can have a bend in the knees. The hands can either come straight out in front of us, or if we want, we can place them on the toes. Whatever's comfortable for you. And breathing into the stretch as always. Taking a few more breaths here. And we'll take the hands, place them on the floor. Again, walk ourselves slowly back up. Give those legs just a little help up, bringing them in and center. And we'll go ahead and roll ourselves all the way down onto our mats. And once we get down, we'll go ahead and bring those knees up into the chest, taking hold of the legs behind the knees and just rocking side to side. And we'll release the legs. Place those feet onto the mat. We'll kick the arms out to the side so we're like a T. We'll walk the feet just slightly over to the right. Shift those hips over. Bring the knees up into the chest. And drop them down to that left side. If we want, we can take the left hand, placing it on top of that right leg, or just leaving it out to the side. We can bring the gaze over that right hand, or just straight up, or go ahead and close the eyes. Whatever's comfortable. Breathing into the twist. And we'll slowly start to lift the right leg, followed by that left leg. Placing those feet on the mat. And then we'll walk the feet over to that left side, shifting those hips over, bringing the knees into the chest, and then dropping them down to our right. Again, you can take the right hand, placing it on top of the left leg. Or we can bring the gaze over that left shoulder. Whatever's comfortable. And breathe into the twist.
And we'll go ahead and lift that left leg up, follow it by that right leg, placing the feet on the mat, walking the feet center and shifting those hips over. We'll bring the knees back in the chest, taking a hold behind the legs, and then one more time, rock side to side. And we'll go ahead and release the legs, letting the feet come down to the mat, letting the arms come up overhead. We'll do one final stretch. We'll stretch the arms, stretch the legs, and then relax it down. Bringing the arms back down by the side, let the legs just fall, releasing any tension. Closing your eyes. Feeling the heat from the practice we just did in the body, covering you like a blanket. Trying to refocus on the breath while clearing the mind, releasing any tension we may be holding, whether that's physically or within our thoughts. Try to let the day melt away, any stresses that may have happened. Just let it all go with each breath. If you have a thought that enters your mind, you can think on it for just a moment and then try to let it go. Try to take these next few minutes and just be with yourself. Maybe the only few minutes you have today for yourself. So take advantage of that. slowly start to bring a little life back into your body by wiggling your fingers and your toes, rolling your wrists and your ankles. Rock your head from side to side. Begin deepening our breath. When you feel ready, we'll place one foot on the mat and follow it by the other foot. And then bring one knee into the chest, followed by the other, taking a hold of the legs. And we'll rock just a couple times on each side. And when you feel ready, we'll roll onto the right side. With your right side grounded by the earth, leaving your left side open to the sun, the moon, and the stars, and all the gifts the universe has to offer you today. And when you feel ready, we'll come up to a comfortable seated position. Closing the eyes, bringing the hands together right in front of the heart. We'll take a deep inhale and exhale it all out. Thank you for sharing your practice with me this evening. Have a good rest of your night, and namaste. Thank you, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Have a good evening.